Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
All righty, at Tom's Tree Place, 34th and Slide Road, the Scarborough family, iconic Lubbock business, long time, right at the same location, 34th and Slide Road. You don't see that often. I don't know how, 70-plus years in the business, and they can help you with everything landscape. They can help you get everything squared away. They can answer questions for you, and they're there to help. When you walk in, there they are, and they'll ask you, can I help you? The other place is Lubbock is Golf USA, and that's Stacy Nix, and they're on Indiana and 67th Street. And Stacy and Mike and Chet and the whole gang there, they'll help you with your game. They got all the big names and equipment, and they got a repair shop. Sometimes you need a repair shop. If you hit bad shots a lot, you probably do. And they can fix you. They can fix you up there. So go see them at Golf USA. 67th and Indiana Avenue is where you'll find them.
We now return to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby on Double T 97.3.
All right, McGavick Infiniti, Nissan and Infiniti. This is Brent McGavick, huge Texas Tech supporter. And of course, they have Nissan and Infiniti. They're out on Milwaukee, and per 327 is where you'll find them. And the Nissan's on 66. But they bought a dealership in Pampa, so now they have access to Chevrolet, GMC, and Toyota. What do you drive, Jarrett?
Mercedes.
Oh, okay. They don't have access to that. They've had that since high school. You know, that's what Coronado paid him to come.
They had that back then.
They didn't have that, did they?
They had the NIL.
For high school. It's coming, I bet.
I bet it is.
All right. Y'all kind of scoot this way just a little bit. We're going to get Coach Dean. Randy, you got to scoot over, and you can put the headset on if you want to. It's not necessary because we don't have a caller. Anyway, this is Coach Randy Dean, who was the head coach at Coronado, and he made Jarrett. He'd been nothing without Coach Dean. I think it was the other way around.
It was a team. It was a team effort. It was a team effort.
But he got to coach your brothers. Mm-hmm. And how does it feel to be the third best athlete in your family? Is that tough for you?
A little bit.
What's crazy is Trey is like this world-class high jumper, and JJ, you played with him at that time, and. Anyway, how fun was that for you to get to play with your brothers like that in basketball?
It was amazing. It's something I like today when I don't play with them. I still cherish it, and you get to look back and cherish those moments.
Yeah, there's something about high school, and you've been at all levels now.
Sir.
In college and at the NBA, and now in pro leagues around the world. There's just something about high school that's just different. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kids you grew up with. It's your family. And Coach Dean, and you notice he quit coaching after you left. I don't know whether anybody noticed that. Did that have something to do with the coach?
He drove me out of it.
Oh yeah,
all this gray hair. No, absolutely not true.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this story real quick, David. Is going back to the high school. A lot of people don't know this. Jared had a serious shoulder injury his senior year, and. He had gone through a lot of the recruiting process the fall of his senior year, and honestly probably was getting advice that he needed to have shoulder surgery. And tell you the type of young man he was back then, still is today, he made the choice not to have surgery, even though he knew that was going to impact quite possibly his freshman year in college, because he wanted to play his senior year because of a bunch of buddies he had on that team and everything. And that's one of the things I remember about Jarrett. Always will remember that he just put that out there first and put the surgery off. And of course, it all ended up working out well for him. But that was a decision that he made that a lot of young guys wouldn't do that.
Yeah, well, did it hurt pretty bad? I mean, I was at the games. I was at your game in Monahans.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did.
I could tell it hurt.
Yeah, it did, but I kind of just got adjusted on my dunks and stuff. I wasn't coming. I wasn't coming back like way far. Like all my dunks was like straight and like certain positions. So it was pretty painful throughout the season. But No, I played with it. I was going to play with it.
Oh, you were amazing.
Yeah.
You were amazing. You went to the regional finals your junior year.
Junior year, yes, sir.
And then that was the game in Monahans where you played El Paso Bowie, which I bring up for Coach Dean all the time because you let that one guy, you held him to 51 that game.
We ain't got to talk about that, David.
Don't worry, Jarrett. He brings it up a lot.
Yeah, so does my brothers.
And it wasn't like y'all weren't trying to cover him. He was shooting from like Caitlin Clark range.
Yeah. He just got hot, and it got to a point where it's just hard to stop him.
What was his name?
I forget. He played in college. I forget which team. But
he played at UConn.
UConn, yeah.
They won a national championship. A couple of them.
Yeah.
You remember his name?
Newton, wasn't it?
Yeah, Newton.
Tristan Newton.
Tristan Newton.
Yeah. He was a great player. And he had an incredible night that night.
Oh, it was unbelievable.
The second quarter was unreal.
And you still almost beat him because of this guy right here.
That's right.
You still almost beat him. Yeah. And you were hurt, and we talked about it at the game.
You knew it was one of those nights whenever Jarrett actually said, let me cover him. And so we said, okay, go get after him. And he shot it from, I don't know how far back behind the three-point line.
Off the glass.
And he banked it in.
Off the glass.
Three-point. That was just that type of night. And especially the second quarter. But
it was a great high school game.
That group fought back even with that type of performance by him. And we had a chance. We didn't get it done, but we had a chance.
Yeah. That was Jules is from Pittsburgh.
I heard that coming in.
Yeah, she loves the Steelers.
Well,
and Hiawatha loves the Cowboys. You know, Hiawatha's at Dallas Cowboy training camp.
Yeah, he is.
They just love it. They just love the Cowboys.
Oh, he loves the Cowboys. He's a diehard Cowboy fan. It's one team that he's gonna cheer for to the last day.
Yeah. And Jules, y'all have some discussions.
Oh yeah, we're always on each other.
Yeah. That makes it fun. Well, I thought you'd like to see Coach Dean, and I knew Coach Dean would love to see you and to get to meet Jules. And is your name really Jules, or is it Julia and you call yourself Jules?
Julia.
Okay. I looked at the pictures of your wedding online.
Yes, sir.
I tried to print them out, but I couldn't. But you got all this information on WikiLeaks or whatever it is, Wikipedia, not WikiLeaks. They wouldn't want to be on that. But. It's kind of nice. You've been a lot of places. Got drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves, number 6 overall pick. Amazing. And Memphis Grizzlies, Memphis Hustle, Atlanta Hawks, College Park Skyhawks, Rio Grande Valley Vipers. I remember when you were playing with them.
Yes, sir.
Osceola Magic and the Sendai 89ers. Is that who you're playing with now?
Yes, sir. I signed back with them. So we actually leave Wednesday going back to Japan.
I bet you're really tall over there. You seem taller, don't you?
I am. Some of the apartments and some of the buildings, you're like ducking in to go in. Some of the restaurants, yeah.
Everything's small.
Yeah, but it's beautiful over there.
You love it?
Yeah, the food's really good and it's different for sure, just being overseas, but it's beautiful.
Consensus second team All-American. Consensus means you made every. There's so many. All-American teams, but Big 12 Player of the Year in 2019, and in the Big 12, that year is special for Red Raiders everywhere.
Yes, sir.
I know it was for you, and I thought we were going to win, didn't you?
I thought so too.
I thought we had it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I really did, and Moretti with that little finger touched that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You should have to touch it harder than that.
It shouldn't have been in overtime.
I know it. Well, we didn't cover that guy on the wing, on the right wing.
Yeah, he's
a great shooter.
Yeah, he is. DeAndre Hunter. We was coached so defensively, we was just so on a string. So I just felt like we was just reacting at that moment, and then we kind of left him, and he hit a big shot, but we still had time to win the game. I thought I just knew he was gonna win. I had the ball.
I did too.
I just knew he was gonna win, but no, it didn't work that way.
I know it. Well, it was special, however it worked.
Yeah.
And you had an amazing career at Coronado and Lubbock ISD.
Appreciate
one of the best players ever in the history of Lubbock ISD. And then you had an amazing career at Texas Tech.
Sir.
And now the pro career. And I asked him the other day at the camp. I went out there for just a little bit. I said, "Are you going to go back to the NBA?" And he said, "If that's God's will, I will." That's how he lives his life.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And that's the way to live life. Jules, did you grow up in church, or Did you know you were going to marry a pastor's kid?
No, I never thought. I grew up Catholic, so just a little bit more strict on that. But yeah,
the
definitely.
Catholics or the Rising Star? Who's more strict?
Catholics, yeah.
Okay. You got more rules, don't you?
More rules, yeah, for sure.
You can work her out of that.
Yeah.
Rising Star.
Anyway, isn't it Rising Star?
Rising Star,
Yeah.
yes, sir. Rising Star Baptist Church.
Yeah. It's something else. But he's always been this kind of guy, hasn't he, Coach?
He has. He's always a tremendous character, young man. Just think back on him in high school, and obviously a great player. And we had some tremendous teams. But the thing about Jarrett was he put the work in on the court to be a great player. But when you watched him in the hallways, in the classroom, off the court, he was a leader in every one of those areas as well. And, he just always lived his life that way. And suspect he always will. He's got it inside of him. I suspect he won't ever leave it.
Appreciate it.
You mainly, give credit to Regina, your mom.
If you ask them, they both take credit.
Okay. For all three of you boys.
Yeah, my dad's
man.
like, y'all got your talent from me, and my mom says the same thing. We got a talent. We got a talent from her. So we don't know where the talent came from.
How come you're the tallest?
I had a theory in high school that the more I slept, the more I was growing. So I used to be
That was your theory?
Yeah, I used to be on a strict sleep routine. I go home, and I think my senior year, you get a couple classes where you get a break or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I would have my break, take my nap, wake up in the morning. I would go to the gym and go to school, take my nap, go work out again. So it was just like a super strict schedule.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Does he still do that, Jules? He's still sleeping really important to him?
Yes, every game day he has to take a nap.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Trying to get a couple more inches taller.
You think that's how it happens?
I thought it was working at the time, so I was telling everybody I was Albert Einstein figured out something you gotta sleep and you start getting taller, but I mean it was working for me.
How tall are you now?
6'6".
Yeah, 6'6".
Yes, sir.
He's like 6'5" at Coronado primarily, or was he 6'6"?
Well, you know how basketball coaches
I know.
are.
He was 6'8" at Coronado.
Always lie a little bit. He was probably 6'3" in high school, Jared, honestly.
Yeah, 6'3".
And then grew, when he
6'3".
got into college, grew a little bit more.
I was a little late boomer too. I think coming in, I was probably 6'1" freshman.
I don't remember that. I always remember you being.
I used to be a smaller guard.
I don't remember. Yeah. I did so many games for you and your brothers.
Yes, sir.
Sophomore year is probably 6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah.
And senior year, 6'3", maybe 6'4" if we pushed it real hard.
Yeah. Had a growth spurt.
My gosh.
College grew a little bit more, and looks like he must be sleeping a lot.
Well, that's good. So the wedding on June the 28th in Cancun, Mexico. And it looked beautiful. I've looked at some of the pictures that were on Instagram or where y'all met.
Yes, sir.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Tell me, it looked like a beautiful wedding. I'm telling you, it was awesome. And tell me that first time that you met how did that even happen? This had to be the Lord working in your lives to bring this together.
That's what I say. It had to be.
So how did y'all meet? You were on Instagram, but a lot of people are on Instagram. You don't marry them all.
Yeah.
So how'd this happen?
I just felt like we started talking, got her number, and then we started FaceTiming, and we really grew a connection by just talking over FaceTime, talking through text, and throughout the days, and we're finally okay, we should hang out. And then once we finally hung out, it's an instant. I knew, we always say when the elevator door is open, and I saw her, I knew that's who I was gonna marry. Yeah,
that's what my son Tanner did. We saw his wife today, Megan, and we saw her at church at First Baptist, and he goes, "Dad," you see that girl walking in that door down there? And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm marrying her." Yeah. They didn't even know each other then.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Tanner played for Coach Dean too. But it's crazy. And what was the first date? Where'd y'all go?
We were in Philadelphia and we went to dinner. So
yeah,
to a little Italian restaurant, had a dinner, and it just the connection was just there the whole time. So.
Did you feel it too, Jules, or you just be nice and say yeah?
No, we both felt it. We were just talking about it last night. It was like an out-of-body experience. Like, we've talked over the phone for like 2 months, and then we finally, like, his flash was like right there, and I was like it was just an instant connection, and we just knew, yeah. So.
You had no idea what you were getting with this guy. No, what a great guy he was. He is.
I know, seriously.
And you evidently are a really great person too, a good person, because he wouldn't marry somebody that wasn't. I know.
She is.
Yeah,
she is.
Yeah, that's really cool to see this happening. So, y'all had an anniversary on July the 28th.
Yes,
1 month.
Yeah, 1 month.
1 month anniversary.
It's hard to believe. How long you been married, Coach Dean? You and Kale?
39 years.
39, and I did 46.
Okay.
Yeah. See, this is
it's a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing, but it's really long.
Well, they stack up 1 month at a time.
I know.
So
at a time.
Remember those months. Remember those anniversaries. So they do. They stack up.
There you go.
Well, y'all hang out with your brothers when you're here. Trey's got like kids, doesn't he?
He got one kid. 4 months. So his name's Isaiah. And, cutest little thing in the world. I'm an uncle. It's crazy.
and Trey's here. He's working at the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He's doing a great job. And then JJ, where's he?
So he might have a job in Lithuania. He doesn't know yet, but he's been working up. But he's been in Lubbock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he not playing anymore?
No, he might go back to Lithuania
and play some more.
Yes, sir.
He's had a great career.
He has 100 points. I still don't.
How did he do that?
I still don't understand.
What a ball hog!
But it makes sense. It was JJ, like who JJ is and how he gets hot. I always say he's like a microwave. Like
he's
he
just
gets hot.
a competitor too.
Yeah, he is.
You know, I remember the game at Abilene at Moody against whoever we were playing. I can't remember. They were great. And they had those big old guys. What was his name? He went to Duke.
Oh, Bolden, Marquise Bolden.
Yeah, he was. And I remember JJ. He just went off on him. He played great that game.
JJ plays hard, and he doesn't get tired. Like he can keep going, and he plays super hard. So I've always admired that about JJ.
Yeah, he's something else. Your parents, when are they coming home?
Monday.
Are you gonna get to see them before you leave?
Yes, sir.
Good.
So we'll hang out with them for a couple days. And
how was the camp with Matt Mooney?
It was really good. It's just good to see when these guys come back and have camps and just give back to the community and stuff.
Well, I told you y'all would be through by 11. Y'all need to go somewhere.
Matt Mooney wanted me to tell you he go beat us in pickleball. That's what we about to go
y'all
do.
Go play pickleball.
With his
Matt's,
wife.
He's always talking big, isn't he?
Yeah. I love that about Matt. It don't matter what it is.
Coach Dean, thank you for coming in. And Jarrett and Jules, it's so good. Now when I call, you can answer. It's just fun.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Fun. All right. Thank y'all for being here today. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
Las Brisas, 114th and Topeka. This is the favorite spot to eat for Coach Joey McGuire. Without any question, when they bring recruits in, they always go to Las Brisas. It's just the atmosphere, the food, everything out there at 114th and Topeka in the Falls. And it will be for you too. If you got something just casual, you can go with shorts and a golf shirt. You can get tuxedos if you want to. They can do whatever you want to. And it can be fancy or casual, whatever you want it to be.
And it's good every time.
It is so good. It really is. So go see them out at Las Brisas, and they will take care of you. What else was I was going to tell you about River Smiths. I know. Well, I'll tell you about them later because we're running out of time on this break. We'll rejoin Midland, Odessa when we come back, and I'll tell you about Connecticut of West Texas.
Lubbock Sports Station with Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby on Double T 97.3.
All right, Connecticut of West Texas. This is Keith Peel. He owns the company, and they do water treatment here in Lubbock. And they got plumbers. They can get you water heaters and the whole deal. They can help you a lot if you get them out to your house. But the main thing they're doing is water treatment. and it just changes everything. And they do it here down in the Permian Basin, Midland, Odessa, and they're the people you need to know. Here's the number, 806-370-4743, 370-4743, Connecticut. You can go to Connecticut WTX, ConnecticutWTX.com, and see their online deal. But you would love working with these people. And if they put it out in your alley or somewhere, they'll come change the salt and fix everything. You don't ever have to see them.
Yep.
And it's really a great deal. And a lot of people buy bottled water. You won't have to buy bottled water anymore. And plus, those plastic bottles aren't any good for you either way.
Soft water.
Yeah, this is soft water. It'll change how your showers go, everything, once you get this. So call Keith Peel at Connecticut, West Texas. Let him get you fixed up. All righty. I think I did want to talk about the Rawls course, because the Rawls course at Texas Tech, it's open to the public, and it's one of the finest courses, public courses in the state of Texas. All right, we can call Matt now. It's one of the finest courses. It's top 5, Craig, in the whole state of Texas for a public course like this one.
And we hadn't got a lot of rain, but what rain we had and have had up to this point, it's a difference maker for that golf course.
It's beautiful.
It's in just really, really good shape.
Yeah, Bammer Flippo and Jay Thomas, the whole crew out there, the grounds crew, our superintendent, this is first class all the way. They do a tremendous job. They got the pro shop too.
The NCAA has picked it as a regional site for the women's golf for next school year. So
that's a big deal.
They don't just stop at any place.
No. Not every goat ranch gets one.
That's right.
And this place is absolutely, it's just so unique for Lubbock. We're so blessed to have it.
Yep.
And so glad we do. Thank you to Jerry Rawls for his investment. And our golf teams are doing great.
Yep.
Coach Sands and Coach Robertson are doing a tremendous job.
Saw Coach Sands the other day and asked him if he'd been to Europe, and he said twice.
This will be his 22nd year.
Yeah. I think he was over there one time for the Open. When he had 3 players, believe it or not, that were in the Open. And I'm sure he took a chance to get to see some junior golf and get some connections going. He's had a very good run of international players.
Ludwig was pretty good.
Yep, he's turned out pretty good. Oscar Florin, I think, was one of the first ones that started it all. But I tell you, he's had a good run. Really good.
We got
run.
Matt Dowdy on the phone with us now. Texas Tech football, everything that runs through Texas Tech football goes through Matt Dowdy. Is that right, Matt?
I don't know about that, but I appreciate you guys having me on.
Hallelujah, Texas.
I'll confirm that it does.
Well, thank goodness we have him.
Desk.
Thank goodness we have Matt.
And have had him for a while, and he's a difference maker.
And he takes care of the other sports too, which is pretty amazing that he's got time to do that, because I think Coach McGuire keeps pretty busy, doesn't he, Matt?
We've had a busy summer. We've had a busy morning up here already, but also the last few weeks as far as getting ready for camp. A lot of things for us start kind of ramping up early July when we go to Big 12 Media Days, and just with the demand of with number 12 preseason ranking and demand from just interest in our football program, we've been fairly busy. So I always tell people that's a great problem to have, and a lot of excitement around the program.
How many national media requests do you get normally in a regular week?
In the last few weeks, several. Just this morning alone, we had 2. Okay. That were in Lubbock that we were one was for one of our television partners, and then another. But it's pretty regularly. And then in addition to all that, we're also very excited about a docuseries that's going to be coming out on the football program through Paramount Plus that we've been working on all the way back, dating back to January.
That ought to be fun. That ought to be really.
Let me give you a report on that, okay? So I called Micah Brown because he's married to Leanna Reeves, Ron Reeves' daughter. And Ron and I are great friends. And anyway, so I called Micah to see if he could be on. He said, I probably need to wait a while because they haven't really done the title or anything. But here's the report, and you're going to love this, Matt. He said, we've done this a few times now. He goes, there has been nothing like it has been working with Texas Tech. He goes, it has been amazing how great those people are. And even during all the stuff we went through this summer with Sorsby, he goes, you thought they'd have said, hold up, we need to hold up. Not at all. Y'all just plowed right ahead. He goes, it has been phenomenal working with Coach McGuire and Texas Tech. And he mentioned you too, Matt. He said it's just been the greatest thing.
Well, I appreciate that. And, Micah's one of the people I probably talk to the most nowadays just because they are you have a full-blown documentary crew in your building. They've been off and on. They're here when the team is in their heavier periods like spring football, off-season conditioning. They weren't here as much maybe this summer in June, July. But they got here, I think, last Sunday, and they're going to be with us for the next week or two. Filming for episode 4. And so, they've done a great job, and you can tell that, just the production quality of what they're doing. They're very talented individuals, but that crew just to work with has been fantastic, and it's going to be a good product. I've seen enough so far to know that, I think Red Raider fans are going to really enjoy this show, when it comes out.
Well, here's the word I got from Micah. He said he thinks it's going to air September the 4th. I don't know.
That's what we're hearing as well.
So September the 3rd, Micah's going to be here.
Really?
And he's going to be on the show that day.
Well, good.
He said he would anyway. I told him, when I called him, he didn't answer the first time because, it's just a number popping up, and he didn't probably have me in his phone. But I told him, I left him a message. I said, Micah, this is David Thetford, and I'm Ron Reeves' hero. He looks up to me a lot. And anyway, he called me back. He said, I had to wait a while to quit laughing because there ain't nobody Ron's hero except Ron. And Matt, rightfully so.
Matt, you get when you talk about a lot of these national people that come in, very rarely do I see somebody that is not just blown away, one, by facilities, two, by Joey McGuire if they hadn't been around him much, but three, the quality of our players, not only off the field but on the field. And it just seems like they had expectations of one thing when they get here and they leave.
That's what they see other places.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh my gosh, we're talking big time. We're talking blue blood territory.
It's different being Tech.
Yep.
Well, and for just an example of that this morning, Bryce Pollock, star corner for us, probably one of the top corners, if not the top corner, going into college football this next season. He did a kind of a walk and talk type video through our facility with a crew from Fox, one of our television partners. That'll air probably on Big Noon Kickoff at some point early in the season. And like two-part, exactly what you said, Craig. They're blown away by the fact that Bryce is very personable. He's a great human being, just very, very good on camera. But then you walk through our facilities and they're shooting this content. And one of them, as he was leaving today, said, "Hey, we've been to pretty much every college football facility in the country." He goes, "I don't know one better than y'all."
Yeah,
isn't that great?
It's amazing too. It's just, I know that I know you see report after report, and they all start off with talking about meet and exceed expectations of what they had when they got here. And one thing, and you can speak to this probably better than anybody other than the coaching staff, and that is when you're bringing these portal players in, like they brought 30-something, 40-something players in. And you're getting kids that are top quality kids. I mean, we're taking kids that are great players, but they're good people too. And that's I think that for you and your job, that sure is a helping note, the note that you're working with such good people.
Well, you're exactly right, because we're around these players so often, and Texas Tech is such in the public eye now, to where the need for me and my staff to be around our players, to get to know them, be able to tell their stories, is just essential. But on top of that, like you look at like a Will Hammond, for example, the quarterback position, especially at Texas Tech with our history of quarterbacks, it's just so much in the public eye so much. And I can just tell you, Will Hammond's about as good of a human being as you're going to find, which is a blessing for us because, last year we had Baron Morton as our quarterback, who I would say the same thing about, and we're obviously rooting for him with the Patriots this season. But, we have great players, and I think that's something that's kind of lost in the narrative of this day and age of a college athlete is, like, I think a lot of people I think the narrative at one point last year was, well, Texas Tech went and got them a brand new team, and suddenly they are, college football playoff bound. Well, that kind of discredits a little bit what goes on in the building. Like, you have to build a team and build a team chemistry, and there's no one better at that than Coach McGuire. And so I think you're going to see a lot of that in the Paramount show here in a few weeks, but I do think that element of the leadership. I mean, you had fantastic leadership on that team last year, and I think you're going to have fantastic leadership on this team this year. And so that leadership development, that team chemistry, I mean, they on purpose during the offseason find ways to get this team together. And sometimes it's linebackers hanging out with offensive linemen and players outside of their own position groups to build a bond. And, it really was successful last year, and that's kind of just a part of the success. It just kind of hasn't been, you just doesn't get noticed as much.
Hey, tell us about, I think everybody, and Craig talked about him a little bit earlier, Quentin Joyner, because I think, we get a USC running back, you're thinking, oh my gosh, because they're known for running backs. Our running back room is about as good as you could ever hope for.
I would probably challenge anyone to say, hey, Texas Tech doesn't have the deepest running back in the country right now. There might be some others. I know Texas has a really good running back depth-wise right now too, but, you have three guys that could any of the three could go for 100 yards in a game. And so you got incredible depth between Quentin Joyner, Jacoby Williams, and Cameron Dickey, who finished with 1,000 yards last season. And, you just had, obviously Quentin got hurt during camp, unfortunately, late last year. But, the tandem of Jacoby and Cam Dickey proved to be, there was a lot of concern about, hey, this Texas Tech going to have the running back room last year going into the season, especially after the injury. And I think that was quieted pretty quickly. They not just running the ball, but they can catch the ball out of the backfield, and then they're great on special teams. Jacoby is one of the most explosive players in the country with the ball in his hands. And so, they got a Texas Tech has always, for like last 20, 25 years, been known for quarterbacks and wide receivers, and we're still good in those two positions, but we got a really, really good running back room.
Matt, tell us something about a player that the general public probably doesn't know. I'm putting you on the spot here a little bit, but and you alluded to it earlier, you and your staff are so close to these guys. What's something about maybe their personal life, or like everybody knows that Coy Aiken's a cowboy. Literally a cowboy, and loves to rope and those kind of things. Tell us something about somebody that we probably didn't know.
There's just so many of those stories. And, we work with like Fox and ESPN. Last year, the interesting part for us is we kind of hit a gold mine with Jacob Rodriguez's story and then his play on the field. Like, he had such a unique story that was it was so compelling to a national audience, not just Texas Tech fans, but a national audience.
And his wife. That whole deal just played together.
Yes. And there's I'll go back to the running back room, Jacoby Williams. I think one of y'all's avid listeners every Saturday is Don Williams of the Lubbock Avalanche Journal, did a great job with a story on Jacoby Williams and his one of his high school coaches. And Jacoby, Beckville, Texas, a small, I think 2A, 3A school in the state of Texas, and their relationship, and the headline of that story is how Jacoby Williams, as a high school athlete, helped save my life after his son passed away. And so there's stories like
gosh.
that, I think, on every roster. And,
is a great
Jacoby
story.
has a great one. It was one of the best stories last year. And I think you'll see some of those stories more and more start coming out. I like everyone likes to talk about like Micah Hudson's having an unbelievable spring and fall camp, but an unknown kind of talent of his is he can you take a pair of Adidas cleats and you always see, like in the NFL, one weekend during the regular season they do cleats for causes where there's a design on those cleats. Micah can actually, with his artistic ability, can actually do those type of designs on
That's
cleats.
cool to know.
There's a lot of unique talents out there.
So who's the funniest guy on the team, in your opinion?
Whew. We did a video the other day for Coach McGuire's birthday that was guys doing impersonations. I think Jason Llewellyn's I don't know if he's maybe the funniest guy on the team, but he can do pretty good impersonations.
That's awesome.
He apparently can do a great Josh Cochran, our tight ends coach. There's some good humor, good there's several on the team.
Good people.
But
Good
Jason kind of pops up
Can you hang on, or do you need to go?
I'm good.
You can hang on. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back. And, of course, the show's about over, but we'll appreciate you being on. We'll be right back with Matt Dowdy.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All righty. We were talking about the Rawls course and just what a fun track it is and how much fun it is to play. And we're proud that we have it here in Lubbock, Texas. And I did mention the pro shop. You could go there, but also the restaurant, Jerry's Grill.
And you don't have to play golf to go to the restaurant.
No, a lot of people go out there to eat.
Yep. Great lunches.
It really is. It's we meet there once a month. In fact, I missed this month. Because I wasn't paying attention or something. But it's really great. So you can go out there and eat lunch out at the Rawls course as well. And River Smith's here in town. Well, I'll tell you about them when we come back here.
We now return to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby on Double T 97.3.
Okay, I was talking about River Smith's right here at 5th and Avenue Q. Everybody loves it. It's close to tech, close to the medical, and they do all kinds of catering, big-time catering. And, I love it because I love the fried catfish and the popcorn shrimp and everything. They have great cakes in there, too, little slices of cake. And red velvet cake's my favorite that they have. But wonderful restaurant, and appreciate them. Go see them. It's a big restaurant. They can get you in there. All right, Matt Dowdy is here with us. And Matt's giving us some good information on Texas Tech. You need to look up that article by Don Williams about Jacory Williams, because Craig and I were talking about it during the break. And those are the kind of stories, Matt, that just change people's lives. They really do.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that it kind of goes back to one of y'all's points from earlier about just having good people on your team. And there's probably a few hundred stories on every college football team in the country, but not really like that in particular. And those are a lot more common when you have good people as part of your program.
Who's the meanest guy on the team? Now, if E.J. Hollib was still alive and playing, he would be the meanest guy on the team. But
you start with him, and then there'll be the rest of them.
But some of those guys are just mean.
I think Coach McGuire would probably tell you Jacob Ponton at right tackle. He's kind of got a little nasty in him as an offensive lineman, which is what you want.
You do. Well, I'm glad that
field he's great, but he on the field he can be probably pretty mean.
Good.
Matt, how hard is it keeping up with Coach McGuire? I mean, his motor, he's got to get refueled sometime during the day.
It's unbelievable. He just never gets tired.
I mean, it's not fake either, guys. It's real. I mean, he is who he is.
It is. I'll use this for example. I go to Texas High School Coaching Association for like one night, usually every year, because Coach McGuire does a press conference down there. And he did his press conference, I think, on that Monday morning. He was supposed to be in the room by like 11:30 to start. We started making our way. The hotel was attached to the convention center in Houston. We go up, and where we enter, where all the vendors and all that is on the complete other side of the Houston Convention Center, which is a very, very large building as itself. It takes us probably 45 minutes to get from one side of there to the other. And he knows everyone. He knows everything about their high school program. I mean, it's authentic. And so, yeah, and the other thing is too, he jokes quite a bit. We had one of the ESPN College Game Day cast here about a week ago, and he said, I want to coach forever because I love to be around my players, but if I wasn't coaching, he probably would want to do something in media because just talking about football, and he loves what sports media and following it and what other teams are doing. But, his talent in that regard makes him in high demand for speaking events, radio interviews, podcasts, you name it. And so, he gets a lot in on any given day, but at certain points where we're like, hey, we got to we're locked in on football. So he probably not doing many speaking events this time of year anymore.
When Matt said it took 45 minutes to get across, it's a big convention center, but the reason it takes 45 minutes is Joey stops and talks to everybody. He's gonna,
and he knows. Such and such high school. He knows that. I mean, he knows the head coach. He knows the assistants. And
crazy.
It's obviously benefited us greatly in the recruiting space. But at the same time, I think he also is a very good mentor as far as passing down like some knowledge he had as a high school coach to. We're open every single day for practice. If a high school coach anywhere wants to come watch our practice, we have an open door policy for high school coaches.
Social media was made for Joey McGuire.
Oh,
it just he shines. I'll put it that way. He shines. He does social media about as good as anybody.
He does wreck them. He
runs his own too. I have not like a lot of college football programs. Usually, someone in my position or one of our social media department people will kind of help from time to time with the head coach's social media account. I've never logged into his account once. It is all him. Everything you see is coming from his X account is 100% coming from him.
He did give you credit the other day, Matt. He said that Joey said that he and you sit and discuss the coaches poll before he puts his vote together. So he gave you a little bit of credit.
I might give him a few, like, hey, this is what, like, we always give him, because the head coaches, especially on Sundays, those things are due on Sundays at like 11 a.m. during the regular season. So they usually on Saturday night, whether we play a morning game, night game, whatever time it is, we'll give him a rundown of a sheet that has every game, how the game went, to where he can kind of put together a top 25. And we give him what he had last week and maybe some suggestions here and there based on what happened. But he's been a voter every year. He's been the head coach here, so the turnaround for that's always preseason is pretty easy. But once we get in the regular season, that's a quick.
Too much going on.
Yeah, we sometimes submit that on the plane ride home if we're the late game on the West Coast. So.
He is a football coach. He loves him some football. I'm telling you, that's that high school part coming out in him, and he is so proud of being a high school football coach, and rightfully so. And he's so proud of Texas high school football.
And he's proud to be a Red Raider coach. He ain't going anywhere ever.
Nope.
I think that New England Patriots could offer him the head job. He wouldn't take it. He loves Texas Tech, and it's very evident.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing too is his relationship with his players. I think that's he always jokes he's like the Energizer Bunny, and they're the battery that keeps the bunny going all the time. And so we're off today, so we do not practice today. As part of like our camp schedule, but we have players in the building right now going through meetings, and they just had a team meeting about 45 minutes ago. And, he's fired up every day to see those guys.
Matt, we've got about 3 or 4 weeks before we kick it off against ACU. You've got a lot of things going on your plate. You've got the media guide to either you've got it finished and get it distributed, or you're finishing it. You've got all the rundowns that you have to do. You've got 3 straight home games, and that's not an easy task.
No, that's not. And you nailed one of them. We're hoping to have a media guide to a printer on first thing Monday morning. So we're adjusting a few things because there's the new 5-for-5 eligibility rule passed a few weeks ago, so we're adjusting a few things in there that just based on our knowledge of that rule. But yeah, we're kind of in a little bit of a sprint to that first game, and there's a lot of changes going on in the stadium with the change to Galaxy Stadium, and so a lot going on. But it's a good time too. This is kind of the time of year where everyone's excited for the season, and we're excited to get going.
Well, I wish, we talk about all this stuff. It's so fun to talk about it. And we mentioned him earlier. You just wish a guy like Tommy McVeigh was still around. Jess Stiles was still around to see what's happened with Texas Tech football and the Red Raider brand. They would be so proud. And they were a big part of it, of what they did.
I'd love to see a Joey McGuire, Tommy McVeigh collaboration.
Wouldn't you? That would have been great.
Those two walk in to a luncheon in Midland. You already had Coach McVeigh, who was everyone's best friend, and then you had Coach McGuire. It'd be just a fantastic combination. So that's. I actually walked by a wall a little bit ago that has Coach McVeigh's name on it. So He would definitely be loving this for sure.
Tommy coached at Kansas State when they were so bad. The worst in the country. And then he left, and he didn't get to see the good years of Kansas State. He would be eating this up as a Texas Tech Red Raider.
Gosh.
He would be the biggest cheerleader and fan that Tech had. And what a good guy.
We love the guy.
Yeah,
he was so
Miss
great.
him every day.
So great. And, Matt, you're doing such a great job. You're in a different role than he was, but your role is really important for Texas Tech and for Coach McGuire in particular.
Oh, big time.
Because
big time.
He's, the thing that makes your job not as scary is that Coach McGuire's so available, and you're not worried about he's going to get, he loves talking to people. Now, if you had a coach that didn't want to talk to anybody, keep these people away from me, but that isn't Coach McGuire.
But, one of the problems that Matt runs into is he's got an 11-20 over here, and Coach McGuire's doing 2 more before that. And you're thinking, I got to get him there. That's a job, full-time sometimes.
Yeah, I was thinking I was going to make it over to y'all's studio this morning. And then we had 2 interviews going, plus we had a couple of makeup headshots. We had a couple of photo shoots also going in the building before team meeting. And so
this worked out good.
It didn't work out quite like I planned, but I'm glad.
Anytime
glad
you can spend some time with somebody, that's to their advantage, I can tell you.
Well, and we really value, and I think I learned this from people kind of taught me about this role, very much relationship based, and that not take relationships for granted, and to we want to have good relationships with our local media or national media or statewide media, because we want them to come to Texas Tech, because we really feel like we're the next. We're not a blue blood. We're a new blood. Like, we're going to be a force in college athletics for the next decade, and so we want to be able to show that off. And the good thing for me is we have a staff that is very open to us trying new things, to us being aggressive in that space, and so we're really blessed, and we try to take advantage of it.
What a time, Matt, to be when you were growing up in Idalou and you were looking over there at Texas Tech, And it was a big deal to you back then. I know it was. It was a big deal to me when I was a kid. But, we just made it a big deal in our mind. We are a big deal now.
Yep.
And in so many sports.
I can remember when Matt came in the office as a young student.
Oh.
It's been a few years since then. I still have to pinch myself sometimes that I get to do this every day. And so, in fact, Coach McGuire did. I think the last speaking event probably he's doing till he'll do kickoff luncheon and not to Columbus, but he went and spoke the other day to IDLU's staff, just kind of as encouragement for as they're getting the school year.
Oh, that's
awesome. Talked about his experience as a high school educator and just giving them words of advice and encouragement. And, I'm sitting in a library I visited numerous times when I was in school there. And you just kind of have to pinch yourself a little bit, just thinking how lucky are we? Like Coach says it all the time, how lucky are we get to do this? So
Matt,
I feel that.
That's exactly what I tell everybody if I went to IDLU, that I spent time in the library.
Yeah. I do want to say this because we mentioned there's one other person that I really wish was here to see this today. I mentioned Jess and Tommy. I wish Jenny Bailey was here.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I knew you were going to say. Yeah, I agree.
Because they're all IDLU.
She and Sheila Tucker and Matt.
Sheila Tucker,
were really, really close.
All right. Matt, thank you for doing this, buddy.
Appreciate you guys.
See you later.
Have the rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.